Smuggling? Who said anything about smuggling? I run an honest transportation service. Above board and squeaky clean, that's our motto.
As far as the official record's concerned, you don't exist. So forgive me if I don't engage in conversation. I'm extremely busy at the moment. Satanine is the preeminent port into Vvardenfell. I process new arrivals so the Tribunal knows who might be gallivanting across this fair land. It's so much more prestigious than my efforts for the Gold Coast Trading Company. Once, long ago in another life, I served as a clerk for the company right here in Vvardenfell. Helped build many of the fine Imperial-style structures you see. I must have impressed House Hlalu, for they offered me this distinguished position. For the most part, but sometimes it takes great effort not to strangle one or more of these pointy-eared blusterers. For example, no one ever remembers their birth sign. Some even try to change their answers on repeat visits, as if I wouldn't notice.
Despite all the excitement around the recent shipwreck, I'm in here, guarding the governor's office. I suppose someone might want to steal a quill or a stack of parchment, but still, my talents are clearly being wasted.
I'm glad Stormhold is safe again. But why did the killer restrict himself to Dunmer?
Please, someone, we need help!
Not now, citizen. I'm up to my armpits in problems today.
There's an armiger injured on the road outside Seyda-Neen. So much blood! They need help! I'm not exactly sure. The buoyant armiger was accompanying Canon Valasa on a mission for Lord Vivek, but something terrible must have happened. Canon Valasa sent me to find help. She's on the road just outside of Seyda-Neen. Will you help them?
Would you be so kind as to move along? You're disrupting the current.
Greetings.
Cause trouble, and you'll be sorry.
Not now, citizen. I'm up to my...
Do you like firm, juicy tomatoes? I've been told that mine are the best in the city. Go ahead and see for yourself.
Welcome to our shop. Feel free to look around.
I hear that the House Guard broke up a band of slavers operating on one of the nearby islands. I'm glad for that, but the slavers will probably be back in business before you know it.
Do mind the guar. Isn't country life grand? It's like I'm right back at home in Cyrodiil. Aside from the giant fungi and adorable lizard chickens, of course. Running away from the war on the mainland, of course. More and more arrive each season. The new blood sends some dark elves into fits, but they agreed on shared borders when they signed the pact.
Hello.
Greetings.
Vvardenfell can be a dangerous place. Slavers, rocks falling from the sky, a mountain threatening to explode. Makes me wonder what I'm still doing here. But who would feed these people if I left? I don't want that on my conscience.
Forgive me, Outlander, but I have enough to deal with. I'm just a simple tribunal priest, and the trouble at the ancestral tomb was too much for even our buoyant armiger to deal with. I have failed Lord Vivec, and left a colleague alone at the tomb. Lord Vivec sent the three of us to seek guidance at the Andrano ancestral tomb. We were attacked when we got there, and our guard was seriously hurt. I barely got her to safety, but we failed to complete the mission Lord Vivec bestowed upon us. Canon Levoul. He remained behind after we retreated from the tomb. I know he wants to get back inside and ask Lord Vivec's questions, but there's no way he can get past the Daedra, or ask the questions on his own. May the three grant him wisdom.
Tanaza, what's wrong? Someone help!
By the three! First a wounded armiger, now this!
By dawn and dusk, evil creeps through the shadows of my beloved Vvardenfell. But an outlander arrives to aid my people, just as I have foreseen.
Those words, what do they mean?
What happened?
Merciful Azura, the Mother Soul spoke through you. It's a miracle!
Lord Vivec, protect me! That was Azura, the Queen of the Night Sky. And you, she spoke directly to you, Outlander. I'm surprised the Daedric Prince would risk Lord Vivec's wrath to proclaim a prophecy. But she did say you were here to aid us. The Daedric Prince Azura possessed that woman and spoke through her. I've heard of such occurrences, of course, but to witness such an event... She said evil creeps through the land. I wonder if it has anything to do with what we saw at the tomb. We sought guidance in a matter that concerns Lord Vivec. I received specific questions to ask while Levoul concentrated on summoning his ancestor. The Daedra ruined those plans when they fell upon Urnsey, and we were forced to flee. Vile creatures from oblivion! You hear about an odd ghost or a nest of vampires, but never Daedra. Please, if they're still there, they'll rip Canon Levoul apart. He's definitely not a warrior. Just look at what they did to the buoyant armiger. The buoyant armigers comprise one of the military orders of the Tribunal Temple. They seek to emulate Lord Vivec's deeds through actions and words. Poor Urnsey. Those monsters went straight for her. Her blood flowed like lava from Red Mountain. Where are you from? Children learn of Red Mountain before they even taste Flynn. The mountain sits at the center of Vvardenfell, periodically rumbling like a sleeping Nyx shaking its leg. Lately, however, it seems to be waking from its long slumber. Azura is the cruel but wise Daedric Prince of Dawn and Dusk. She's one of the good Daedra, for what that's worth. But for her to speak through an innocent means something terrible is about to happen. Why else would she dare Lord Vivec's wrath? What do they teach you where you come from? Lord Vivec's a living god! Azura is merely the anticipation of Sothasil. Vivec stands as the present and the future, while Azura clearly represents Vvardenfell's past. So no, they don't get along. You don't know Lord Vivec, one of the living gods of the Dunmer Tribunal. You must be new to our land, Outlander. But there's no time. Canon Levoul remain behind. He needs help if he's going to get inside the tomb and ask Vivec's questions. Yes, one of the god monarchs of Morrowind. He's the warrior poet who lives in a grand palace in Vivec City. Lord Vivec sent us on this holy mission to request information from Canon Levoul's ancestor. It breaks my heart that I have failed him.
All them fancy families in Vvardenfell are always talking to the dead. I tell you, it's all smoke and mirrors. Just trying to put on airs to make themselves look better than the rest of us. Well, enough of that. Where can I take you to? We travel to Nisus and Suron, and we know the paths that avoid the worst of the lava flows. Would you care for a ride?
Lord Vivec down. Those monsters, it's too dangerous. What am I going to do? Did Canon Valasar send you? Oh, she did, didn't she? That means she made it to Seyda-Neen. Vivec be praised. Will you help me complete my mission? It would be sacrilege if I don't enter my family's tomb and make Lord Vivec's inquiries. As the saints declare, the tribunal always provides. We'll need to be cautious, however. Daedra invaded the tomb. Makes it hard to talk to one's ancestors while monsters try to eat you. I'll also need your help when we reach the summoning chamber. Take this scroll with Lord Vivec's inquiries. While I summon forth my ancestor spirit and concentrate on maintaining the connection, you must ask the questions. He insists we use the exact phrasing. We can go inside when you're ready. I've already lost precious time due to the buoyant armiger's wounds, but I suppose a few more moments won't make the volcano erupt or the moonlit fall from the sky or anything. What else can I tell you, my friend? I'm not quite sure, and it wasn't my place to ask. When your living god gives you a task, you say, "Yes, my lord." The questions seem to involve the time before the tribunal, which I assume is why we must ask them of my long-dead ancestor. A few of my contemporaries can boast of a luminary such as Farina Andrano occupying a prime branch upon their family tree. Lady Farina studied at the feet of Sothasil and was counted among his companions before the tribunal rose to power. Who's Sothasil? It's like asking who are Vivec and Almalexia. They are the tribunal, the living gods of the Dunmer. Sothasil is the architect of time and the binder of oblivion. If you want to know more, we can talk after we've finished. Well, I can tell you why they weren't here the last time I paid my respects. Canon Valasar thinks they're some kind of Daedra, determined to keep us from fulfilling Lord Vivec's will. Until you showed up, I wasn't sure what I was going to do. I'm not quite sure. Before we go in there and face those monsters, I want you to know how much I appreciate your aid in this matter. Just don't lose the scroll that contains Lord Vivec's questions. Now come, let's call forth my ancestor. I'll open the tomb door. Follow me, but keep an eye out for those Daedra.
Careful! The creatures attacked as soon as we entered the Hall of Remembrance.
Barely broke a sweat.
This used to be such a peaceful place. I came here as a young acolyte to meditate.
Knock some heads. Hey, you asked for this. I didn't realize you were an artisan.
I stepped on more than a few heads to get this job.
We're nearly there. Then we can summon my ancestor. summoning chamber. I'll call forth my ancestor, then you can ask Vivek's questions.
Hasn't my rest been disturbed enough by those filthy Daedra? Why do you summon me, descendant?
My Lord Vivek has inquiries that only you can answer, my lady. My companion will present them with your permission.
The warrior poet? Very well. Ask Vivek's questions. Ask the warrior poet's questions, Outlander. Ah, Lord Vivek always had a way with words. Tell him to rest assured. The heart remains safe. I wonder why that concerns him. Ask the remaining questions, as my time here is short. An enemy of old, yes, but not the one that Vivek presumes. Sotha Sil imagined multiple scenarios and contemplated endless solutions. He even experimented with his divinity, drawing energy to study before returning it. Loss will come, he foresaw, but not until the collapse of the temple. Now.
I hope that's what Lord Vivek needed. Let's talk outside. Thank you for helping me complete my task. Now, I need to return to Vivek City. Have you been there? It's amazing. Ziggurats rising out of the water, the moonlit hanging in the sky above. You should meet me there so I can introduce you to Lord Vivek. Just between us, I understood neither the questions asked nor the answers received. Not that I expected you. Some things aren't meant for mortal minds. That's another reason for you to come to Vivek City, to help me explain what my ancestors said. Excellent. I just need to make a quick stop in Seyda to check on my original traveling companions. When you get to Vivek City, head right to the palace and I'll meet you there. I know that Lord Vivek will want to reward you for assisting me. I'll be along shortly. When you get to Vivek City, head directly for Lord Vivek's palace. Once there, I'll make introductions and we can tell the warrior poet everything we've learned. Of course. As I said, the tribunal consists of our three living gods, Vivek, Almalexia, and Sotha Sil. They lead us in spiritual matters and rule over Dunmer society as god monarchs of the Dark Elves. I serve Vivek, but honor the entire tribunal. Unfortunately, no. The Dunmer houses bow to the tribunal, but the savage Ashlanders refuse to acknowledge their divinity. The heretics never allowed themselves to be assimilated into the great houses. Instead, they hold to primitive superstitions.
You're going to regret this.
Hello. Well?
Exotic locales? No, that's all wrong.
love talking to customers, but you're probably here to speak to the impresario. She's right over there.
What might these magic trinkets do? I leave it to you to discover. Overseer Shirilas is going to kill me if we don't get more stone in soon. But do I have a say in that? No, of course I don't. A senseless death if I ever heard one.
Keep an ear out for anything exciting. Ale.
Ale.
I don't like the way the mountain rumbles these days. Makes me glad we're about to set sail and leave all this disaster behind us. We're headed to Sadrith Mora, if that's where you'd like to go. Just decide quick. I want to sail on the next tide. I was planning on sailing to Sadrith Mora next, but I don't mind taking you to an Alliance capital. Trade is always good in the capitals.
Hail. So much to do.
Best mounts in all of Vvardenfell, right here. Come in and see what's available today.
No charge to have a look.
Hello.
I have many fine goods. Buying? Selling? I've got what you need.
Do your trading here.
Care to bargain?
Come, do your trading here.
As an orc living in Dark Elf territory, life isn't a bowl of dried tubers. But it isn't too terrible. At least no one's tried to bind me in chains or kill me yet. There's always tomorrow, though, so who knows?
Fine goods at fair prices.
They say clothing makes the man, or the woman, but it's the people who make their own clothing that really stand out as far as I'm concerned.
Robbery and murder. It happens to people more often than you think. That's why I limit the amount of gold I keep on hand. Now, have you come to buy something or steal something today?
If the volcano gets any worse, I'm packing up my anvil and heading for Eastmarch.
Appointments? Bah! I would expect the name Devaith Fair to carry more weight with these priests. It's beyond belief that the temple keeps me waiting. Don't they realize that it's a courtesy that I'm here? My twin and I are apprentices to the great Devaith Fair. I'm here on his behalf to report to the priests about an incident which occurred near the growth site of his new tower, Tel Fair.
What?
Greetings.
It does not much matter what team Fezroba plays for as long as the gold is right.
Even a grizzled warrior such as yourself deserves a nice home to return to.
Heading to the battlegrounds? I have just the thing for you.
Yes?
A warrior has to prove themselves constantly in these parts. I have the best furniture around to prove you did just that.
Fire Drake's losing at domination. Never thought I'd live to see that. Must have been a stroke of bad luck. You know, these socks feel unlucky. I think I'll go burn them. Need you ask? Fire Drakes rain down flames of destruction upon their foes. We unleash an inferno to smite our enemies. Fear the burn!
Hello.
Pit demons think they can rule deathmatch? Ha! As...
Pit demons losing to the Fire Drakes last week was just a fluke. We'll get them next time. You haven't heard? More dangerous than the depths of oblivion. More deadly than a Daedric Titan. Pit demons! The battleground champions that rule over all.
Stormlords are the fiercest competitors. They'll always win. Stormlords thunder across the field, striking our foes down faster than they can blink. We're a whirlwind of pain that smashes enemies to bits. Always a glorious sight to see.
Familiar face.
Excellent work. Now that you have an idea of what we do here, I can offer you more specific challenges. The Circle of Champions is always looking to sponsor players who keep competition fierce. Complete a challenge and return for your reward.
I sell only the finest things for the finest combatants.
It's good to see you.
Sure, the games can be a tad risky, but where's the fun without at least a little chance of decapitation?
Yes? My store may be the only enchanting thing about this city, And you can tell any of those dark elves in charge I said so. Now,
if you must be told the basics, then you're simply not ready to purchase from my shop. Look elsewhere for someone to hold your hand. A mistake in alchemy is the difference between life and death. Will you be needing anything today?
Can Dark Elves, Lords, and Argonians actually work together?
What do you want?
If not, this alliance is doomed.
Fine goods at fair prices. I sell to the nobility. Only the finest wares here.
Now what?